Welcome back to Ant Lies, the channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell if you're new so you do not miss out on my daily exotic builds. Trust me, I got the builds and nobody else got. They have some of them, but they don't got all of them. Believe that. Now, as I always say, I got your back. The channel game, y'all already know what time it is with me. I got y'all's back. Now, today's big hoopla was about what they did with the new patch. Why did they do it? I don't know. I have personal reasons and thoughts on the why, and one that comes to mind is money. More money is to generate more money. That's just the honest truth. I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. Now, this is the pros and cons to rebirth. Yes or no? I like the no. Grind your way and keep your badges. But the key to keeping your badges is you have to get them all before the end of the season. I guess 2 days before the end of the season, or a day before the end of the season, you have to have all your badges or they will take badges from your build. Regardless of you have all your badges and you see potential badges lower than the max badge count that you have, they can't take them away, right? Because you earn them. But one thing I don't like about Rebirth is this, in taking the badges away from the player that's unfinished, is the fact that I put $150 into that build. I know other people put more than that into their builds. Some guys put $200 into their builds. And for Mike Wang and Ronnie 2K and the NBA 2K creators to do that is kind of messed up, because they're not offering anybody any refunds. You know, it's like you take in the people's money and you say, so what? That's kind of dirty. That's not playing fair, guys. Y'all gotta do better than that. You know, my personal advice is leave the players alone. If they choose to rebirth, that still is not making any sense to me. But I understand the concept. If you're going to grind, and that's what is basically what they're doing. They're trying to stop people from having. It's like trying to stop guys from having multiple builds. Because if you get caught up in having 4 or 5 builds, like a lot of guys had 4 or 5 builds, put money into 4 or 5 builds. Say guys put $150 into 5 builds, right? What's that? 6? So that's $750. Now you lost badges on those builds that you cannot get back. That is basically $750 down the drain. That's a personal investment. You gotta remember, we pay to play. A lot pay to play on 2K22. And for the simple fact of that is a financial loss to everyone involved. Now, like I said, when you go here to Rebirth, the pros of it is this. You keep your fans. So when you come out of college or you go straight to the NBA, you get the big endorsements and you get your badge. You get like 8. It depends on how many badges you start off with, how many badges they'll give you for that build. Now, I made a build that had 24 finishing, 24 defensive, 12 playmaking. But when I did the Rebirth, I lost 2 on playmaking, 2 on finishing, and 2 on defense. I didn't like that very much, right? So my thing would be to go the opposite way. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come back out. And this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here and I'm going to hit no. Because I want to see if they take the badges away regardless. If they take the badges away regardless, I'll be speechless. I do not know. Now we're gonna just come. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna go with the first pie chart that I do not use. I'll just go with this pie chart right here, and we'll figure it out from there. All right. Make sure you do this right here, y'all. All right. We'll go ahead and do this. We'll just do that. Okay. We'll go here. We'll go here. We're just doing anything. I'm not doing nothing special with this build. I'm just doing this just to do it, because I just want to see if I use non-rebirth, if my theory is correct. Because if that's the case, if you put money on the build, you're going to have to grind just that build. But they'll lose. That's how Mike Wayne and them, y'all are going to lose money like that. Y'all will lose money because now players aren't going to put and bring out different players. Because they know if I bring out this guy, you're going to take my badges away, so I'm not going to put any money into the game, and that's going to lose money for the franchise. All right? So, let's go here. We'll take them to 6.5. Let's see. Where my bid is 235. I'm on 225, and he stretches his arms out. All right? Let's see what we got here. Okay, Penny Hardaway. Okay, now we're just going to start the career, and I want to see if the build loses any badges. Now, what I'm going to do, matter of fact, to make sure we see, so we can see all of the badges that we got. Now, this is non-rebirth, where you got to start over with fans and everything. Let's just see. Oops. Okay, back in the edit. My fault. Let's go here and start career. Like I said, I'd rather do it this way. I mean, even though you start with a 90, but that's more money that you pay. Do they take badges away after you pay for that $90 if you don't complete the build at the end of the year? At the end of the season, do you still lose badges? See what I'm saying? So that's a dicey situation right there. And you guys got to think about what you're doing when you're making these builds, and how you spend your money wisely and what you choose to build. You have to stay on if you're going to stick with a build, make sure it's the best build that you possibly can find. That's why I do what I do. Honestly, that's why I do what I do. That's why I make them the way I make them, to make sure you got something that can do something. They can stand the test of time. Now, we're just going to go here.
That's where you want to go? I mean, after all this,
get through all this, and what I want to see is his progressions. I want to see his badges. I want to see his progression and his badges. Let's see. I just want to see. I really didn't see any extra progression points. Honestly, I was just like, where are they at? Didn't look like I seen any extra progression points. Oh, that's right, the 90. You get 90.
First of all,
that's right.
Congratulations!
Okay, let's get through all that. All right, cool. Now we want to just go to progression, and we want to see badges to take. Now, see, it doesn't take him, like I said. So if you want to come this way, I believe this is the best way to go. Get all your badges, so at the end of the season, you have your badges. Because, like, you can have 28 earned badges, and then it'll say potential upgrades 21. Meaning it just took 21 badges from the build, but you still will have your 28 badges over there. Same thing with your shooting. It might take one from that. One, and it'll say 4 potential upgrades, but you'll still have your 5 earned. You're never gonna lose one badge. And like on defense, you might lose 3 of those, but you'll have 9 earned, and it'll say potential upgrade 6. And everything will just be maxed out. You won't lose your badges this way. This is the best way to go to me. Earn your fans, do all that, and just grind out the build. It's the best possible way that you don't have to worry about losing your badges. You know, because I lost a lot of badges today on my build, ridiculous amount of badges. I lost like 7 on defense, I lost 5 on playmaking, and then I lost 2 on finishing. That completely depleted that build, that 6-9 build. So basically, I wasted $150, $160 on that build. You know, and that's just baffling to me, from buying Gatorade for the build, for doing all that, spending all that money like everybody else does. Spending all that money to have it basically for naught. That's got to change. They have to fix that. They have to return everybody's players to normal. That is the right and correct thing to do. because people are spending too much money on this game to be cheated like that. And not saying that they cheated. I don't think that they were really thinking that process through. And really, they shouldn't even have rebirth, to me personally, because they're going to lose money behind that. They shouldn't even have rebirth. Rebirth should not stay. It should go. Honestly, my personal opinion, because they will lose money behind rebirth. They're going to lose money behind taking people's badges, because people are not going to invest like they once did. You got guys that make 5, 6, 7 builds. You got guys with real money might go ahead and make the maximum amount of bills and put all the money in it, and then at the end of the season, they don't have their badges. With 1 day left in the season, they lose badges because they didn't complete the build. That's a little too much, Mike Wayne and Ronnie 2K. I hope y'all get that situation fixed. It's your boy Ant Live, and I'm out. Like I always said, I got your back. The channel gang, y'all already know I got your back. And if you're new to the channel, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And like I always tell you guys, and I'm always going to tell you guys, I got your back. And max those badges out. Go with no rebirth. Max that build out. If you get that build, do not switch. That's why I made the builds that I made. See, if you get those, go to those little phony now I ain't gonna call them guys phony, but you go to them subpar building channels, and you get them subpar builds where you really can't do nothing with it, and then you put your money in it, then you're stuck with it. And you're stuck with a dud, a one trick pony build. But analyze the channel. You already know my builds do a multitude of things. You'll be able to do a multitude of things. And one thing for sure, 2 things for certain, you will be able to score inside and outside and grab rebounds, or you're just going to be a dynamite offensive player regardless, shooting it. If you can't finish, you're going to be dominant shooting it. Majority of my builds are finishing and shooting. Majority of my builds are slasher, takeover builds. So therefore, I'm out with that. That's my thoughts on the rebirth versus non-rebirth. I prefer to go non-rebirth. And I'm out.